situation is becoming unbearable for everybody. So the hope, I don't think our people have it anymore. The confidence, they've lost it all. The belief in democracy, the only thing we enjoy as a democratic country is probably the little peace that we have as a nation, that's all.
So now, can we put ourselves into the APC now? Because that is why the APC is there, isn't it?
Exactly.
So now, first of all, let's talk about your party, APC, All People's Congress.
Yeah. The party APC is the only party that believes in an all-inclusive governance concept. The reason why we're where we are. Over the years, many Ghanaians have believed that the NDC and the MPP will salvage us. And for that matter, been giving them the power, the mandate all the time. 8 years for NDC, 8 years for the MPP. But now we realize that it's not about a bigger political party, it's about a bigger kind of leadership. A serious, committed, decisive leader. That's what we're looking for. Not a big party. The big party has failed. So now let's come out of the picture of looking at these big parties and now begin to look for who is the best leader and where can we find that leader? Is it in the minority party? Is it out of politics? Is it in academia? Is it in stakeholders? Who is coming to salvage us? This is the leader we are now looking for. And we in the APC believe that when Hassan Ayariga is given the mandate, it's not about politics anymore. It's about moving from where we are, changing the dynamics, the narratives to make Ghana look much better, stronger, committed, okay, in doing what we're doing right. Ask yourself, why are we where we are? It boils back to only one thing and one thing alone: bad leadership, which corresponds with what? Corruption. That's why we are suffering. Bad leadership coupled with corruption.
We'll come there. But,
so the APC believes that when Ghanaians begin now to understand that time has come, the time has come for us to make a drastic change. A change not to the NDC again or to the NPP, a change to a leader that believes in Ghana, a leader who is committed to the core values of our nation, a leader who is committed to transforming and giving the best out of him, a leader who believes in an all-inclusive governance concept where we think parties don't matter, but individuals. Individual people who contributed in building this country must be given opportunity and equal platform to build their country, not because they voted for Hassan Ayariga or voted against Hassan Ayariga, but because they are qualified to hold that position and perform. This is what we need. You see, when you divide your front, you lose strength. But when you begin to believe that, look, it's not about APC alone or NDC, it's about a leader who believes that, look, members of the NDC who are qualified to work for Mother Ghana must be given the opportunity. Members of the NPP who are qualified to work for Ghana must be given the opportunity. Members of APC who are qualified must be given the opportunity. That is when we begin to put our core values and our leadership together and emerge as a nation stronger than their political party. But over the years, it is all about partisan politics. And it hasn't helped us so far. And I'm wondering, when will we ever make that change? When will we even realize that political parties are not helping in their winner takes it all kind of political sense? So it is time for us to look at an all-inclusive governance concept which believes in the leader giving everybody equal opportunity.
But we'll come there. So with all what you are telling us now, but it still seems that APC as a party looks very dormant, because most of the bigger parties that you said it was on the MPP, the NDC, and other smaller parties are all into some activities. We can see how visible they are with whatever they are trying to do to come into power. Now, with the APC, it seems that APC looks very dormant.
That is your opinion, because you're not seeing what we're doing. We're not given the opportunity like other political parties are given to broadcast their activities on a daily basis. The APC is at all polling stations, reorganizing the polling station with 20 membership each at the polling station level. telling Ghanaians that the time has come for the third force to be given an opportunity. And that is what we're doing. That is how come you are able to reach to us.
Of course, yeah.
So if you say we are dormant, it's probably you are looking somewhere else.
Maybe we don't see you.
No, you're not don't see. You are probably looking somewhere else. Many are seeing it. I think that if you must be sincere to yourself, from this government, from the beginning of the government of the MPP till date, APC has said more in terms of the level of corruption, in terms of mismanagement, in terms of abuse of power, in terms of the challenges. We have opened the eyes of Ghanaians by every day telling them A, B, C, D, more than any other political party. You can count the number of press conferences we have made to tell the Ghanaian that this government cannot succeed. Not because we don't want them to succeed, not because they are not serious.
So if I may ask, now we've realized that NDC, the NPP, most of them, they started with their congresses, they are coming out with their PCs and those representatives. Now with the APC, when are you set to go to your?
We have started with the polling station, like I said. Precisely, we wanted to have a declaration this week, but based on consultation and other issues, we decided to postpone the declaration and the intention of the presidential candidate to campaign. So we've agreed that we will finish all the polling station elections, constituency elections, regional, before we come with a declaration and do the National Congress. So January, definitely the APC will go to Congress.
January. The APC is going to Congress. Will you be contesting again?
Oh yeah, I think so far I don't think there's a best alternative for Ghana than Hassan Ayariga. So far, if we look at Nana Addo and the promises he made to Ghanaians, we are not judging Nana Addo based on what we want alone. We want to subject him to what he promised us as a nation, so that we can be able to ask him, this is what you said, what did you do with the implementation of those policies they made, and what is the effect and the efficiency of those implementation. And I can equally tell you that it's bogus. All that they have promised and all that they have implemented is the opposite of what they have promised. And it's a fact. None of the promises, the implementations of the promises they made look effective so far. So the challenges are there, so many of them. Mention one village, one dam is a hawk. Mention one constituency, one village is a fallacy. Mention one district, one factory, you don't even see. Yes. Mention $1 million, one constituency. Nobody has got $1 million. Mention the free senior high school, and then you'll be wondering even the new curriculum that we've gotten so far. Whether we as a nation.
Yes, we'll come there. But
so you see, we've been taken backward. And look as if we ourselves are becoming very, very tolerant instead of being intolerant. We have tolerated all those fallacies. We have tolerated all those fabricated lies. And yet we don't say anything. We sit as a nation, we sit as Ghanaians, and we allow every day things to be happening to us as if we are beggars. And we are living in not in a democratic rule, but rather in a slavery kind of country. We are being enslaved. So for me, I don't see us fighting back as a nation. And we need to stand up and fight back. Look, they bring a policy, we all say we are going out to demonstrate. We demonstrate one day and then it's gone. It's swept under the carpet. The next day another problem comes. The same thing. Ask me, when have we ever resisted one thing and we've taken it to the core value to make sure it's done? When? When have we decided to campaign against something the government has introduced and we are able to get to that position where we say we have been able to stop the government from doing one thing? Government over government has taken Ghanaians for granted. Whenever we protest, they say don't mind them. They will only protest for a week and then they will leave it. And it's been on like that. So when are we going to be serious as people to protest and win?
All right. Thank you so much. As a wuti, I would order 2.3 FM Sabria. Your name, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, the founder and the leader of All People's Congress. Of what is all inclusive governance. Right. So, I'll be joining as we have the conversation here. And as I didn't come on but you are sending a message over 0246 207939 0246 207939. Ayuguswayane Era Asan Ayariga Guswa Yenu 18 commodity. Moving away from the APC, we'll come there. But I wanted to ask you, why do you think the delegate should vote you again to lead APC?
I'm not asking the delegate alone to vote for me to lead APC. After that, I'm going to ask Ghanaians to vote for me to lead Ghana. I am asking them because I am the right person who will give them the right leadership that we're looking for. A decisive, committed, dedicated style of leadership. The leadership that will transform our country. The leadership that will eradicate corruption in our system. The leadership that will transform our communities and give at least Ghanaians 3 square miles and transform our foreign exchange. The leadership that will see the construction of industrial economy. A leadership that will grow what we eat, all right? A leadership that will make us become a nation that can export rather than import. A leadership that will make a Ghanaian proud of Ghana. A leadership that will transform Ghana and put it on the scale in the world economy. Not a leadership that will disorganize our country and put us below $1 as standard, or $1 for a living a day. So Ghanaians now know, they are aware that leadership has not transformed our country. Ask yourself, right from Nkrumah to today, are we moving forward or moving backward? Just be honest to yourself. Today, visit homes, visit families, and they will be telling you one thing: poverty has taken over. People are unable to give their children 3 square meals. That is the core value. That's the most difficult challenge so far. In the 21st century, a country like Ghana, with so much natural resources and mineral resources and human resources, we are unable to feed and give our citizens 3 square meals. If I was Ghana as an individual, by this time, I am sure my kids and children and grandchildren will not be wallowing in poverty and cannot feed themselves in 3 square meals. 62 years
As a country.
As a country, it's too bad to say this is where we are as a nation. What are we waiting for? 200 years? What are we waiting for? 1,000 years for us to be able to feed our children? A 62-year-old man is by now thinking about retiring and going back to his grave. But as a nation at 62, we are still struggling to get water for our people. We're still struggling to be able to give them 3 square meals. We are still struggling to be able to take care of our children when they fall sick. We are still struggling to get water flowing in our taps on a daily basis. We are still struggling to be able to build accommodation for our people. So, as a nation, 62 years, one simple question is, what have we achieved so far? And nobody will be able to give an answer. Not even the politician, not even the president.
But this president, this government is also touting itself that he has the man in terms of when it comes to how to handle this economic issue in the country. So
I have left this for Ghanaians to answer. If they have the men, we don't really have men. Because where we are, doesn't look like we have men. It looks like we don't even have women. I tell you, even animal kingdom in this era are better off than Ghanaians in the animal kingdom. Look around and look at the goats and sheep. They walk together, move together, and then feed together and eat together and survive. Even the sheep and goats are looking much better than human beings in Ghana. Yes, look at our sheep and look at our goats that graze out there. They are able to take care of their little ones better than Ghanaians as a nation.
Dog, aren't you being so sarcastic to this issue?
That is what you think, but that's the reality. That's the truth. You want the truth, that's why you are here. I won't praise anybody for doing nothing. Somebody will ask, as a government so far, in 62 years, they will say, government has done well. But let me tell you, if you are a sixth former and you are given class 1 work to answer, have you done well?
No.
This is where we find ourselves. We keep praising ourselves that we have done free senior school in the 21st century.
All right, so let's assess the following sectors. And President Akufo-Addo, as you just hint on the education. So how do you see our education? How
bogus.
The free SHS?
Bogus. The worst of it all is the free senior high school. Misplaced priority.
This is government flagship program that is not
government. You think anything the government says is the best thing to do? Did we actually, are we looking for free education, or we are looking for votes? Are we looking to educate our kids and give them free education, or are we targeting a group of people who will give us vote in 2020? This is where you don't get it.
But you were talking about a human resource.
I'm coming.
So
human resource.
Yes.
At least I know you are very, very educated.
Yeah.
Speaking good English, understanding me is part of civilization education. If you as a politician, if I give you the opportunity today and I say implement free education, where will you start?
I need to get some infrastructures first.
Good. But where will you start? Where will be your core value? Where will you start the implementation of the free scenario?
Anyway, from the basic level.
You will start from the primary level.
Yes, yeah.
Because that is where people who cannot afford to get into the education will now get the opportunity to access education. We are talking about free education, and free education starts with accessing of it. And if you want to access education, you start from the primary level, where people who cannot afford for their children to go to school now get enrolled. So if we had, let's say, 500 students in the past, now because of free education, parents who cannot afford and their kids are on the streets, the kids are at home, the kids have become child labor, they've been using them as child labor in farms, are now given opportunity to enroll in classrooms. That is the beginning of free education for me. That is the beginning of transforming our country.
But the FQB is already.
But when you go to the middle of where people are already in school and studying, and you say you are giving free education, you are targeting a certain group of people who will turn 18 and will vote for your administration in 2020. And even in doing that, you didn't even implement it well. Look, we have destroyed and destabilized the standard of education in Ghana. We have destroyed and destabilized the standard of education with the introduction of free education. Let me take you through. If I, Hassan Ayariga, leader of APC and the president of Ghana, wants to implement free senior high school, I will categorize it into two groups. Not what they are. Even if I want to do the free senior high school, not starting from the basic. So and let's assume that we want to even do senior high school as free.
So it means when we come, we are going to review it.
Of course.
The free estate.
The free estate must be reviewed.
I'm not going to scrap it.
I'm not going to scrap because it's not helping anybody. It's destroying the standard and systems of education. Look, there are certain schools, because of free education, they are losing the standards. Schools like Achimota, schools like Accra.
What is their quality?
They are losing the standard and the quality. Because these are schools that have certain standards. And over the years, they've maintained those standards. And they want to continue. With the free education, they are subjected to budgets that they cannot afford to run the education properly. So they lower the standard of education and thereby compromising on the quality of education that we have in the country. So if I were President Nanado, which I don't want to be President Nanado, I want to be President Hassan Ayariga. Because President Nanado has no vision. President Hassan Ayariga has the vision. So I will say,
but free SHS is
I'm coming, let me help them. They should listen very well. If they are listening today, the Minister for Education should take a pen and paper and start writing. Free consultation. You categorize the schools into category A and category B. Category A is the schools that have special standard and qualifications, and special standard and foundation for themselves. They have made certain standards for themselves, like schools like Achimota, Accra Girls, Ghana School, and all these schools that have certain level. Now these schools will be there, and people will be given the opportunity to go there and pay. Families who think that they want certain standards for their children and are willing to pay, go to that category A students, schools, and you pay. Then we'll have category B schools. Those schools that have less standard, like Achimota and Co. You now pick those schools and turn those schools into free senior schools. And now the little resources that you have, you upgrade those schools to the standard of category A students, schools, where the poor and the vulnerable that cannot afford education will now get access to education there. You are giving them the same standard. And you get what I'm saying? And the little resources you have, you can take care of those category B schools. This is how you start and balance the equation. There are parents like Hassan Ayariga should not be given free education for his children.
Don't you think this is so discriminating?
It's not, that is the policy of the APC. Liberal principles. Those who are rich should take care of themselves. Those who are poor, government should take care of themselves. Them, government should take care of it. So we give the opportunity. If you are a patriotic citizen and you think you can take care of your son, you are given the opportunity. Nobody is forcing you to send your child to that school. No one is going to force you to send your child to category B or category. You are given the options. Either go to category A, pay, or no. I want my son to see me as a responsible son, a father who has worked so hard to be able to take care of his school. Then I send my children to category A. But at the end of the day, we are getting equal education and quality education for all.
And don't you think this will even cost us too much? Because even with a wholesale policy now, it has taken almost everything in our national office.
Yeah, because we have no vision. We make promises just to win political power, but implementing it becomes a problem because we never believed we were going to win power. We're just making promises like animals.
Talk. Is it too harsh?
It's not harsh. If you don't respect the Ghanaian voter who have given you power, do you expect us to respect you? If you take us for granted and you are destroying our educational system, what is the future of Ghana?
But there are other sections that have also embraced this free SHS.
Because they don't have the opportunity. You think teachers are happy about it? Do you think headmasters and school authorities and principals are happy about the system? Look, they are wallowing in pains with this implementation of free senior school. They cannot voice out because this is a government, when you talk, they sack you or they send their invisible forces after you. So everybody has, that's why we're in the culture of silence. We have find ourselves in the culture of silence because of the brutality and assault of this government and intolerance of this government. That anything you say, people will come after you. You either be sacked, transferred, or dismissed, or abused, or assaulted.
Then you should be careful yourself.
Me? You think I should be? If I should be careful, then who's going to talk?
That's how you think.
I am not doing
that.
that.
The ordinary Ghanaian can't talk.
The ordinary Ghanaians
can express.
The ordinary Ghanaians, I told you, no hope. They have no hope again. They've lost it all. The initial meeting, our initial conversation, I told you what.
But you see the free SHS costing us so much as a country.
What is, like I said, if we complain, then we don't have resources. If we complain that we cannot implement free senior school without taking a chunk of our money, then we are poor. Very, very poor. Only education of how many students? Less than 9,000 students? We cannot take care of them. So how are we going to take care of 28 million Ghanaians? If we cannot give free basic education as a government to less than 9,000 students, how do we intend to give good health? How do we intend to give good standard of living to our Ghanaian people? How do we intend to change the narratives and transform Ghana? Then we are not serious. We've been making so many false promises to the Ghanaian people. Free education. If I'm a father and I cannot give education to one of my children, and I call myself a father, and I'm rich, I call myself a rich father, then I'm a poor, stupid father. Not only poor, but I'm a stupid father.
So it means you sided with the Minister of Finance, John Furiata.
That one.
And he himself can take care of 10 children.
That's what I'm saying.
He is allowed.
That's what I'm saying. He can take, I take more than 100, I take more than 1,000, I take care of more than 100 children.
Because he uses himself as an example.
That's what I'm telling you. That's why I am willing to pay. I pay even in this time. The free education, tell me, how is it benefiting the student parents? Right now, they pay more than they were paying when they were paying school fees. Look, my kids are in school now. Two of my daughters are in school. I bought books, bought school uniforms, bought mattresses and everything that I needed to buy. And I'm paying for every single thing in the school. I am paying for everything. The only thing that they say I don't pay is probably teaching. But look, how is my kid going to benefit from a school he goes 3 months and come home and stay home 3 months? That means that I will have to get extra teachers to be able to take them through extra classes for the next 3-4 months so that they don't forget what they have learned in their first semester. Parents who are giving free education and their students, their wards are living in Accra and they're given free education to go to Bolga and do day school. How are these people going to take care of their children? First of all, the father has to rent a room. All right? Send his innocent child that is less than 16 years to go to that school and be a day student. I am told even the placement system took some ladies, girls, and put them in boys' school. This is the kind of system we have. And all they could say was that NDC and minority parties passed the people to the Black Star Square to make noise. If the NDC and the minority parties passed the people to the Black Star Square to make noise, why don't you send the computers there to solve the problem? If they can back the people, if they have enough resources to back the people there to go and sabotage government, you are very intelligent government like you said. Why don't you take computers, get to the Black Star Square and show them that, look, we are more intelligent than you. Put the computers here, let everybody get a role. You see, when you don't have brains, you don't know how to.
But you see, amidst of all this, the government is only trying to let us know that he wants to push that inequality and economic inequality in the system. That's why he has come up with this also free messages.
If we want to talk about this free senior high school, let me tell you, government is producing mass illiterates.
Rather.
Yes, and mass dropouts. I will still take you to the free. I will take you state by state and you'll be shocked. They don't know how we think, but we know how they think. That's the problem. You see, in life, stop looking for what is right for you. Do what is right. They are looking for what is right for them so that they can win votes in 2020. That is what is right for them. But what is right for Ghana is to be able to educate our students to take over the leadership tomorrow. And that's where we are failing. Look, let me take you again to another policy. The government has enrolled more students, according to them, because of free senior high school. 900,000 students have gotten enrollment into the school. Now, when you add 900,000 to the current one we have, what it means is that going forward, you need to have infrastructure for the 900,000 to be when they come out of school where they're going to go. Now, you have abandoned the way forward, which is supposed to be the universities, so that when they come out of the senior high school, they are supposed to be integrated into the universities. Now, the universities, you haven't done anything at all. You've abandoned the universities and the colleges and other things. You've left it like that. So how are you going to integrate these students into the university? How are you going to do it? So what is going to happen is that we are producing mass illiterates. So we produce more than 100 students. When they get to the tertiary institution, there's a stop sign there. Hey, you can't go.
You can't go.
So what are we doing? We are producing more armed robbers into the system, because an educated illiterate is an armed robber. Because he doesn't even understand the narratives. So government is trying to produce mass. I read their 2016-17 State of the Nation address, and when you read it very well, and you come to the free senior high school, you realize that these people have no future for the senior high school students, apart from the free they are giving them now. They have no policy to integrate them after the senior high school. Tell me, what has government said about school after senior high school? What is government policy after senior high school? So our kids will get pregnant, our daughters will get pregnant, and our daughters become illiterate. And every day, every year is going to pile up. Because if you have produced 900 students, and out of the 900 students, 200 are going to get access to university. There's excess of 700 students waiting to get enrolled into this university. Next year, another 700 pass up to the last 700 we have, making it 1,400. Next year, so what are we doing? We are piling what? Drop out.
But don't you think that that is also part of the SDGs that the government wants to try to achieve?
I think if
the
there's
sustainable goals.
The what?
SDGs.
Sustainable development what?
Goal.
Sustainable development
trying to achieve, because education is.
But the government is not sustaining it. You put a word you don't understand. The government is not sustaining it. The government is destroying it. So it should be DDG.
No, this is SDG.
No, it should be DDG. No, destroyed development goal.
No.
Destroy development. That is not. We are not sustaining anything. Tell me, what are we doing to sustain it? When you say you are sustaining something, you have put policies, you have put programs, you have put resources to sustain it. That is sustaining it. But when you are destroying it, how do you put SDG there? What is that? Tell me one thing, what is government sustaining in our life? Just tell me.
Government sustaining our life?
Nothing. Mr. Lomoti, what is he doing?
You call the president Mr. Lomoti.
Did I say the president Mr. Lomoti?
So who is Mr. Lomoti?
I said Mr. Lomoti, and you said the president.
Who is called?
Whoever is called Mr. Lomoti. No, who is Mr. Lomoti? What is Mr. Lomoti?
Who is the president name?
Mr. Lomoti. Okay, who? I said Mr. Lomoti. What is he doing?
Anyway, we're still live on your radio 92.3 FM. Sunni Honorable Hassan, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, and AG and Komo, our 92.3 hour changes and I do the so we are the citizen coffee also Mamina production team I said Romeo Tete and a face DJ Use Alaska Kakaku and Gary Shot and then we just say Mubaby over to me the message after 02 0246 207939 0246 207939. We are also streaming live on Facebook or call Citizen Confused Timeline or with after tune in, and it's also streaming live on tuning, and it's 92.3 FM. Now, take us away in common BB, Chima is already about now, Yabisa or no. And I said, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, no, to me, I know the amount. And my main and so and number for one boy, I say, and Abuajo, I have clinic, I said, nothing, so that is international school. For us, I say, open school or part of Bapa, Tatus International School, your basic and a face so your war Montessori, our and a face so your senior high school. School be our body, I say, a kind so, be so a war, a tema, and a face so, I cable and wireless, I will cry my table. Memory references, I will pass a certain party now, a host engineering and construction limited. I want to be a part of which I was Shamai, one of the Bank of Africa, and Jim Mope, one of them host engineering and construction limited. And I see a figure back, I don't know what kind of say, maybe also boils down to this education, say introduced to sexually education, comprehensive studies in sexually education. I know that Matty said Abai Adeba, but Abai is about actually say Marty said homophobia can say and you know correct when you don't whatever, but I don't know and curriculum one more the other. Doctor, I don't know if you heard about this new introduction of the policy roadmap in the comprehensive studies in sexually education in the country. Have you heard about it?
It's very sad that they have introduced this policy. My wife cannot sleep. My wife is so worried about this policy. Yesterday she was worried very, very worried, and asking, why are we doing this to ourselves? At this age, a child of 5, we want to introduce sexual organs and how it's done and the enjoyment in it. At age 5, kids that do not even understand them, they can't learn, they're not given proper learning and education. But we want to sacrifice Nanado and his government. They decided that we should introduce this. My wife doesn't like me using certain words, but it's called bogus educational system. Excuse me if you are listening, but this is the bogus educational system which has no future for our country. When we should have been introducing scientific methods of building, of creating, of being innovative systems of learning, we have abandoned those ones. And we, a third country, world country, nation like Ghana, want to introduce our children how to have sex. And they said, know it, leave it, and enjoy it.
Yes, know it, leave it, and enjoy it.
How can you bring this to a child at this age? The child is even yet to learn what is right from what is wrong. And instead of bringing in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics into the new curriculum at this age, so that our kids can start manufacturing and training how to build watches, how to build all these gadgets, how to build computers, how to build machineries and other things. We have abandoned that one. But like Trump said, the African man is only good in having sex. That is all that we do.
But you also believe in that?
I believe in it, because what we are showing now is now we are not only good in having sex, but we are only, I don't really say.
But the GES has also...
Now, the GES has said that they are not aware and they have not started implementing this. But I tell you, what else has Nanado brought that we don't know? He has changed the curriculum of education to bring in history, to inculcate his father into our history books and change the narrative of our history. And everybody is quiet. Every Ghanaian is mute about that. That my wife, who teaches the kids every day, is looking at history books. 2 days ago, I was in the washroom when she ran with my son's 7 years history book and said, baby, look at this. Read. Is this the history we now teach our children? At that age, a 5-6 years old child, what they are teaching them, even a 7 year JSS student cannot comprehend. They are now teaching them. I don't know how many children you have. Have you seen the books they load these kids with?
I've seen
notebooks.
Yes.
My kids come home by 5:30. At 6 o'clock they finish eating. 6:30 they sit with their mother, who will take them through their homework until 9:30 every day. What is this kids learning? What are they learning? Yet we learn all this and we have bad leaders like what we have. So if a bad leader is imparting knowledge to a student, what do you think he's going to impact into? Bad knowledge. And this is what we are seeing. So for me,
right,
I think that Ghanaians all over the world, in Ghana, should resist. That's what I was telling you in the initial stage. That we do demonstrate more, and then government will leave them, don't forget about it, and then the next thing they implement it. Nanado is bringing homosexuality into Ghana.
Because of this?
Yes. Because it's all about sex. 6 years old child. You want to teach him sex. 48 years. Even you, when you are having sex with your wife and your child is coming, you want to hide. Yeah. You want to close the door. Because you don't want them to learn this thing at their tender age. You start teaching your own children about sex when they are 17, 16. That's when we as parents start giving them, telling them, educating them, protecting them about sexual intercourse and sexual activities. Because that is the time we now know they are teenagers, and we need to introduce so that they don't get misused or abused by anybody. But not at age 4. At age 4, then very soon kids will start having sex.
So doctor,
the youngest child to get pregnant will now be 5. if it's possible. In Ghana, it's a bad decision the NPP has taken so far. The worst decision so far. So I am calling on President Nanaru. I won't call him on live. I'm just speaking through this meeting. Please, drop that nonsense.
So it means you agree with the heads of Catholic bishops?
I'm agreeing with, I don't need heads of Catholic bishops to agree with what is right.
At least they have also shown some concern.
So if they have, I haven't heard that, but I want to tell you that what is right for me is that drop it. I would not like to teach my child. You see, leadership is about common sense. What if they don't know, they should learn about it. What you don't want anybody to do, you don't do to anybody. When you start to learn about that kind of leadership, you will know how to implement policies. What you want for yourself, that's what you implement for a nation. If you want to live good, then also believe that Ghanaians want to live good. If you want to drive a good car, also believe that the rest of Ghanaian people want to drive a nice car. If you want to have 3 square meals at home to be able to feed yourself, think same for the Ghanaian people. When we begin to think like that, we will change our ways of leadership. When we begin to put ourselves in the shoes of others, even if we don't know how to lead. Leadership by example. Believe in yourself that these are the things the standards I put for myself. If I can put certain standards for myself, then equally people out there will also want to have those standards. Then you give them that kind of standard as a president. And you will do something. Look, we're not asking for extraordinary things. Ghanaians are very nice, loving people. And what are they asking for? Peace in their country. To be able to feed their family 3 square meals. To be able to water to be able to flow through their taps, to be able to pay for electricity, to be able to have cheap utility bills, and educate their students in proper and good schools. This is what the ordinary Ghanaian is asking for. The ordinary Ghanaian is not even asking for building castles in the air. Yet, after 62 years of independence, we cannot give proper education to our students. Our students and our curricula is not creative and innovative. We are a bunch of students who just come out of school. We learn and how to read and write, and we cannot create anything. In 62 years of our independence, tell me one industry that the Ghanaian economy, as a nation, or the Ghanaian student, or whatever we can produce, one commodity that we can produce as a country. Not even toothpaste.
Maybe the way can tell you.
No, leave the way out of this. It's between you and I. Leave the way out of this, please. Tell me one thing. In our 62 years of independence, I tell you, the white man ruling was better for us. Independence has not yielded anything for us.
Sure.
No.
Anyway.
So Nkrumah's assertion that the black man is capable of ruling, of managing his own affairs. Nkrumah, if you should wake up again, reverse that statement. The black man is only capable of managing his own affairs if there are no any other opportunities available to the black man. That is when the black man begins to think. But once there are opportunities available to the black man becomes a dependent and wants people to think for him. The only time he thinks is when there's a lady in front of him.
All right, let me see. Another 2.3 FM. So that was supposed to be.
So that's the time he knows that there is something he can enjoy. That's the only time he thinks.
Anyway, Mr. Dr. Hassan Ayariga, I am founder and leader of the APC, and you know, nutrition come on 2.3 FM. So yes, like I said, over to my journey and your text. We are also streaming live on Facebook and also on the internet, www.ahoto92.3. Our Facebook over to me at texting 0246 207939 0246 207939. Now, you need and come about. Dog, let's zoom into peace and security in the system. You just said recently about this coup, and currently as it stands, there are almost about 7 military men also has been under interrogations, yes, under investigations so far. What do you make of this kitchen?
For me, I think that our intelligence officers have failed us as a nation. Our leaders, both national security, the military, the police, whatever they call themselves, they've all failed Ghana with this coup attempt. They've destroyed our reputation and democratic credentials as a nation to the international. They've disgraced us. What we saw purported to be coup is a big disgrace. Even me, those weapons cannot come against me as coup, as an individual. Those blacksmith's pistols they were holding, and that old man they arrested and said he's a doctor, and that this is the man plotting coup in slippers. This man looks more frustrated than any other person. Those people they arrested and said they've been monitoring them for 18 years. Then if an 18 months, if an intelligent officer, you are monitoring somebody for 18 months, at the end of the day you arrested the person with what we saw, then we are doomed as a nation. 18 months, you're monitoring these people. Why will you even, when I said they have failed, if I was the president of the Republic of Ghana, not Dr.Hassan Ayariga, as president of the Republic of Ghana, this news won't come out. It's not necessary. Nations upon nations, people have staged several coups, and what they do is to be able to resolve the matter and keep it quiet in order not to cause tension in the country and bring havoc in the system. It is disgraceful for a country like Ghana to come out with this information and saying that these people, they have been monitoring them and they wanted to kidnap the president. Like, seriously?
But some other security experts have also come out to say that we shouldn't take it lightly.
I am coming. The duty of the security couples, that's why they say security, is to be secret. Very secretive. That is the duty of a security couple. That certain information, you don't leak it out easily. You can trail them if it is true, according to them. Continue to look into their matters and stop them immediately. You don't need to build case on up to 18 months and come up with what you came up with.
So can we say that the information minister couldn't have handled this?
It was not even the right of the information minister to come up with that information. If it's a security threat, it would have been the national security minister. It would have been the military. It should have been the police, because they are the security agents. The communication minister has nothing to do with security matters of national interest. It's just a communication tool to government.
But he speaks on behalf of government.
True, but it's not about government, it's about security of the nation. Which is bigger than government. I'm coming. It's under the government. But these are not, it needs security experts to explain further. Not a minister of information who comes to spill out garbage and say we should take it serious. If we take it serious, where do we want to go? Assuming we should take it serious. We should take it serious and run into our rooms. Because you want to divert your incompetence into saying that people want to engage in coup. Okay, good. Let's assume that all things being equal, it is true that people wanted to do the coup. What it means is that your government has failed. Your government is the worst government for people to want to overthrow you. Yes,
stage a coup.
it's a disgrace to you and your government. Your government is the worst government that even in democratic rule, people now want to overthrow you. That means the hardship in Ghana is so bad, is so worse, to the extent that when Nanado became president, people want to overthrow him. Clarification. People want to agree in what you've said. You want to believe in what they have said. So that means that people are struggling and suffering. Because if the economy is good, nobody wants to stage a coup. If the economy is booming, nobody has time for coup, because I'm making money, you're making money. But when there are falls and hardship, and people cannot sustain it anymore, and people cannot accept it anymore, they revolt. There are different ways of revolt. Revolutionary, democratic, and the way they said it. But I am telling the president, if in case he wants a coup on his government, he wants somebody to stage it, he should hold on. He shouldn't be in a hurry.
But he doesn't want
He shouldn't. No. If that's what in case he's looking for a coup, for anybody to overthrow his government, I'm begging him to hold on. 7th December, a democratic coup awaits him. He shouldn't be in a hurry. Because Ghanaians are waiting for that coup on 7th December to democratically remove him from power. But I tell you, if I was the president and this coup matter is true, what did they show? Those weapons, is that a weapon? Can you compare this weapon to what we have as military men? Can we compare this weapon to what we have at the barracks? Can we compare this man?
But here we have some military men who are involved in it.
Allegedly involved.
Yes.
Don't say they are.
Yes, but allegedly.
So hold on.
Yes.
Let's hold it on. Please don't go. I am saying yes. Please ignore this. We know we are suffering, but let's stay in it. Let's hold on to the difficulties we are facing. Let us not allow these people to divert our attention into believing that somebody is planning a coup. If that person is planning a coup, let the government deal with that and leave the Ghanaians out of this. It is the duty of government to be able to arrest these people, punish them, and send them to court. Are you with me? But government should not bring out this information when already we are going into an election year. My fear is that government will use this, start kidnapping and taking people, political opponents, and say they are part of this coup, and cause havoc in 2020. Please, if you are an intelligence officer and you believe this is a coup, keep it to yourself. Let the intelligence officers keep this information to themselves and manage it secretly. It is not everything that happens to government that everyday government must run to the people. You run to the people because it's cool. But when we are suffering, you don't run to us.
So don't you think maybe he wants some sympathy for?
But nobody is going to sympathize with him. He has not sympathized with us. Cripples and blind men are all suffering in this current government. Those days they were better off, but today, my good friends and uncles cannot find food. And if we, those who are not disabled, we cannot find food, what about my friends and brothers in that community, in that society? How are they going to cope? Are you really thinking for the Ghanaian people?
All right, Doc, I think we're time, so let's move away from the security and let's see. Let's talk a bit about.
Let me finish the security.
The security.
Let me finish the security. If government is that worried about this, I also work on.
Yes. Short commission.
Look at the way they went there to fight.
Yeah.
They had weapons. They had invisible forces. Where are their invisible forces? Where are their Delta forces and they are staging the coup and they don't know? Suddenly those invisible forces and Delta forces disappear? And then there's a coup and they are not aware? Please, they should release their invisible force and Delta force to go and defend to go arrest the coup protest. And leave us alone.
All right, you're still live on 92.3 FM. So your name, Dr. Hassan Ayariga, leader and founder of All People's Congress, APC. Now, you know, because I don't know ADD or Memo and Combo, our shows and Junior. So now, you go so you didn't come on the two best me, the message I say, you better can kind of at the amount. Dog. Yeah. Let's see. Let's zoom into our economy a bit and then let's find out what is happening. Just recently, the Transport Affairs was up. Today, as we're speaking, PURC is out with a new tariff on electricity and on water. With electricity, it's 5.94%, and across our board, and with the water, there's also up with 2.22%. Notwithstanding that alone, the telecos is also out with their new
10%.
3%.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you something. Like I said,
Yeah.
we are going to judge this government by the promises they made to Kenyans. In 2016, they said that the previous government was taxing Kenyans. And when they come, they're going to reduce taxes, reduce opposition spare parts taxes, duties and everything. And Kenyans were going to enjoy relief of taxes. And that the price of goods and services and commodities will come down. What is happening today? The reverse is happening. This government has increased more taxes than any other person. And you know the words of it? In increasing taxes, they are very intelligent. They have now brought what we call automatic adjustment system, which allow taxes and fuel prices to go up without units. Those days they read budget and increase the price of fuel, then you protest. Now they don't read the budget of fuel anymore. You get up every day. You go to the fuel today, you buy it from the pump, 2 cedis a liter. Tomorrow you go, it's 2 cedis, 30%, you don't even know. So you think that even your drivers are not buying the fuel the way they are supposed to buy. This is how this government is robbing us. They are intelligently robbing us. They promised Ghanaians that the goods and what we call the prices of goods and services will come down. Go to the market. I am not talking for NDC. I am talking for the ordinary Ghanaian. And compare the prices in 2016 before John Mahama left power, and compare the prices today, and ask whether the reduction in taxes and reduction in tariffs has brought the prices of commodities down. One commodity. I am not asking for 2. Go back to Abasonkai, spare parts dealer, and ask them whether what Nana Addo promised them, they are enjoying those tax holidays and rent. Go to the market to where they say we are doing planting for food and agriculture, and find out the price of Gari. I used to buy Gari in 2016, 5 cedis, 4 cedis. Today, Gari is about 13 cedis, I guess. A bowl of Gari. That's the cheapest commodity in our system. At least we farm cassava. Go and ask for the price of Gari in the market. So, if all these commodities affect us, and government want to release tension and help the near, what do? You decrease and lessen the prices and tariffs of those things, and allow the Ghanaian to be part of what? Sharing the national cake. When you say you want to share national cake with people, it doesn't mean that you are going to bring money and start sharing to people. What it means is that you are going to do tax holidays, tax reduction of taxes, so that it affects everybody who buys certain commodities in the market. Automatically, you are in. That is how we share national cake. We share national cake by subsidy, by reducing certain things that matters to the individual citizen, which automatically he gets what? Reduction in the prices of food. That's how a country is just. But NDC came and said they wanted to do one district, one factory. Ask them. The factories in Kuma started and abandoned. The factories John Mahama started, what happened to those factories? The Commander Sugar Factory, they've sold it out. That factory costed the taxpayer $35 million, and they sold it to themselves for $12 million. That is a government who says that they have the men. ECG is gone. All government institutions that we have, they have what? Sold it out and call it PPP. If you have a father who passed on and left properties for the family, and within the family there's an uncle and there's a senior brother, then the uncle says that, look, leave the property for me, I am going to manage. And the senior son says, no, I will manage. Then the family decides to give the assets to the senior brother, who was now managing it and holding it and keeping for all the companies they had. Now the uncle said, oh, your senior brother cannot manage our country. You people have given the country to our senior brother. No, let's take it away from the senior brother and give it to me, the uncle. And then the family decided to give, okay, if you, the senior brother, you cannot manage, then they gave it out to the uncle. The first thing the uncle did was to start selling the companies, the schools, the factories of that house, the family. In your understanding, who is a better leader? The one who maintained it, managed it, and later will come and the one who sold it out and said the best way is to sell it out. This is the MPP government for you. The MPP government and the Nana Addo have sold practically everything out themselves. They are now the rich men. People who could not afford to build houses, to build a single room. Today they are building houses. They are building castles. People who could not afford to buy fuel. Today they are buying Lexus. They are buying Bentleys. People who could not even afford to pay for their school fees. Today their kids are abroad. And then we call this government. Now, the little that we are able, we want to consume, they are putting taxes on it every day. And they are telling you through taxes. Let me tell you one thing the APC government will do when we come to power.
Okay.
Every Ghanaian should note it today. I don't want them to steal it like the way they stole the special prosecutor. Today, my uncle's special prosecutor, Matt Habi, said,
your uncle is complaining.
He said, did you hear the word he used? I don't give a fuck. That's the word he used. He doesn't give a fuck if they want, they can kick him out. This is how annoying this government is. Now, Matt Habi said, doesn't give a fuck. Doesn't care. If they want, they can sack him. Because they are not giving him the power to fight. We in the APC, if my government comes to power in 2020, I am going to do duty. No more duty, madam. That's the first thing. Ghanaians will not pay duty for anything. Ghanaians, because duty is a penalty government has imposed on Ghanaians and we are struggling.
Let's wrap up with corruption. What do you make of this corruption allegation that we hear mentioned every day?
That is why we are where we are. We are doomed as a nation because we have inherited corruption.
And your uncle is not even happy because he's not being allowed to.
You see, it's not that he's not being allowed to operate. I sat in this particular office and drafted the manifesto for Special Prosecutor Office to be executed. The MPP, in their quest to steal everything, took and cooked policy of the Special Prosecutor, and they cannot manage it well. It's not because my uncle, it's that they don't even know, they don't have a blueprint of the Office of the Special Prosecutor and how it operates. The purpose of a Special Prosecutor Office is to be independent, not to be an office of a Special Prosecutor. The main purpose why I drafted the Special Prosecutor was to be an independent body, autonomous, that has the power to punish, to confiscate, to investigate, a whole lot. MPP took it and called it Special Prosecutor and attached it to the Attorney General. So now Martin Hamidu, they've tied his hands. I always say it every day. Today he himself has admitted and said go to war. How is he going to go to war when he does not have the power? Any file given to Martin Hamidu must come from the office of the Attorney General. And if the Attorney General does not want Martin Hamidu to fight anybody, Martin Hamidu cannot fight anybody. And I've been seeing it every day. I am glad he himself has admitted and said it now. You can put an office of a Special Prosecutor and make it a subsidiary office of the Attorney General.
But we can't fault him too, because as we're speaking, he doesn't have the power. This power was coming out from the legislatures.
Which power?
Nobody gave him. What is going through today?
What is
as he not having all the powers to?
Because he's not an independent body. That's the problem. The problem is that he works under the office of the Attorney General. You're not getting the problem.
And the parliamentarians.
You see, you need an independent body to fight corruption. You don't need a subsidiary of power Attorney General. If the Attorney General doesn't want to prosecute anybody, the office or the file will not be given to the Special Prosecutor. The Special Prosecutor cannot go and get his own file. The file is presented to him. Investigate this man. If he cannot. But the one APC and Hassan Ayariga is talking about is an independent special prosecutor that is autonomous, that has the power even to investigate the president. That's the purpose of the special prosecutor, an independent body.
That is how you see it.
Yeah, that is how I drafted it, not I see it.
That is how you drafted it.
Yes, and then you see when you are copying, if you are writing an exam,
So you mean
if you are writing an exam, listen, and then I'm right behind you, and I'm writing your copying, and you keep copying, and then I finish before you close my book. Will you get the answers? Will you get the
You
answers?
can't get it.
That is what is happening to the special. They don't have the answer to the special prosecutor.
So they copied it from you.
They copied it from APC manifesto. And
APC
they didn't
manifesto.
copy it well. Yes, in 2016. When we launched our manifesto, they came and copied it and said, oh, it's their flagship policy. Implement it and let's see whether it is your flagship policy. And we are telling the difference between the APC special prosecutor policy and that of the MP. And we are telling you the problems. And we are telling you what to do. Now tell me, between they and us, who had the policy? You see, I cannot work under you and prosecute you. I cannot be your boss and give you orders to follow. You understand? If I want to prosecute you, I don't have to be your friend. We don't have to know each other. That's why we cannot fight corruption. We cannot fight corruption because the top is corrupt. And the people who are at the top scratch my back, I scratch your back. So even if Maghali sends all the evidence to them, they can throw it under the carpet and say, look, Master, forget this kid. What can he do?
So you think that special prosecutor should be reviewed?
I
Or
think
be decoupled from the Attorney General?
exactly. It should be reviewed and decoupled from the officer and become independent and be given the resources. Matter, I heard my uncle say that he doesn't even confiscate items, he doesn't even know what to do. Confiscate them and bring them, we'll auction them and give the money back to government. If you don't know what to do, auction it. When people steal from government, auction their properties. Send them to jail. Let them smell jail rooms. And that's the beginning of stopping corruption. When few people at the top are sent to jail for minor things, everybody will sit up.
But this is not also happening.
Because we are not willing to fight corruption.
But we have a leader who is a lawyer.
Which lawyer?
Is the president not a lawyer?
Have you seen his certificate?
He's not a lawyer.
Mr. Lomiti,
Our president.
have you ever seen Mr. Lomiti in court?
Anyway, so let's wrap up. Dr.
Let's be
Hassan.
serious, my brother.